Let's continue playing Dungeon Keeper. When we last left off.
Khan Forge. The fairy ring lies smashed, and the folk have fled to the hills. Our vampires are out hunting them down as we speak. Rest assured, we will be dragging them back soon, my lord.
Perfect. Now I'm going to apologise for some of my commentary over the last few videos. It being Christmas and various other stresses around, I've been both distracted by people, things, events, and my commentary has not been as good as it usually is, if you assume it's good at all. But I will endeavour to be better from now on. In any case, next level of Dungeon Keeper. Now the monster are transferred after a bit of thinking about things.
Sleepy Barrow.
I'll explain in a moment.
A settlement in the fertile farmland near the mountains. Nothing ever happens here, apart from some good deeds and the odd exchange of kind-hearted greetings. A disgusting pit of Hades, in other words.
Exactly right. Now I transferred over the highest level dragon we had, which was level 8, and there's a reason for this, because there's not a lot of creatures available to us in this level. That said, as long as you do a little prep work, this level is ridiculously simple. That said, it has just crashed on me. 2 moments. An additional apology has to be said for... sorry, just even out the map. Additional apology for the constant problems I've been having with
Your creatures need a bigger
a lot of things during this so far. Now, just build that, and then build that. That will keep the dragon happy and occupied for the time being. Now, I said this level was quite easy, and if you look at the layout, you can see why. There's a keeper over there, there's a keeper over there. There is our portal. We'll be ignoring it briefly. What? Ignoring a portal? You bet. So what we want to do is go up to here and do that. Don't need to do anything else over there whatsoever. Next up, we need to dig out here, possibly dig out the... might as well dig out the gold because we'll be rooming that up anyway. And digging out to about here as well. Actually, it'd be easier to do it as long as they're locked off. That's fine. But as you might be able to see what I'm doing here, I'm essentially locking off. Actually, no. Don't want to do that. We want to do that. There's a reason for it. And then if we go and move that over to there. Actually, no, we don't want to do that just yet. Now there are secrets on this level. And... just thinking. No, that'll be where we put it. We shall put it here. Now you may wonder why we've done all of that. Well, put simply, the enemy has very, very, very limited ways of attacking us on this level. As a matter of fact, they can't attack us on this level. Not very easily anyway. If we decide to block off all ways for them to get to me. So as soon as we get a bit of money, we shall build in.
Your gold reserves are running low.
We know our gold's running low, but that's fine. Who will then fortify all of the walls, thus making them indestructible. And from there, all we need to do is just hold off. So we can now build a second imp. Now true, we're cutting off a lot of gold doing this, but there are gem blocks, 2 of them anyway, which we can utilise. We have a small amount of gold we can utilise, and there's also something down here we can utilise as well. But more on that in a few moments. But now, we just want to save up.
Your gold reserves are running low.
Catch you. And get things done as quickly as we can. More imps is very important on this level. Just make sure the top area is fortified. It doesn't need to be fortified beyond this one. And you don't need to be fortifying it at all. Once you're done, I don't need any imps up here, and then we can concentrate on digging. So that area is now completely impenetrable. So continue your digging efforts. I shall make a new imp.
Your gold reserves are running low.
Of course, this doesn't mean that our dragon doesn't have a lot to do, but he's doing a lot just by being there. You actually only have access to about 4 creature types on this level. You can get warlocks, and believe me, you will get a lot of warlocks if you play this. Now, I'm just thinking here, but I'm fairly certain that your lair is next to lava, so you will get experience. But I yet to actually confirm that one. Right, so now we have additional imps. Let's get you working a bit faster. The dragon also helps with research, so once we have that done, we're then pretty much gold up. So this will be our mass treasure room. Other thing we will need to do, we need a second dungeon. So that's 1 and 2. And have to be a bit careful here, won't I? Let's go there. Okay, so that's done. Once that's sorted, we then just need to keep digging over this way. And as you can see, we have lots and lots of imps, so let's go and get them fortifying. You. Pick up you. Don't want you doing that. Wrong walls. There we go. So now, once that's done, and this is done, we are impenetrable. And we can then begin mapping out a dungeon up here. Which, once we have things sorted, as I say, one of the only things you can really get in this level are warlocks. I think you can get mistresses. You can get trolls, although possibly only once you've done something. And I believe as well, you do have to worry, partially at least, against enemy scavenging, because this is the first level I believe they do that. So we need 25 by 25 rooms, possibly a bit larger. No biles, but that's one of the big things you are missing in this level. That's training room. Another small room there. I can make it larger this way and make up for it. Okay, well anyway, now that that area is practically fortified, only thing left to do to make us completely safe from the enemy is go yoink, 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 yoink. Oh, no, wrong bit. I said wrong bit. There you go. you just do that. Right. Once that's done, we build that treasure room. And then we go and sort out the thing that's over there. This can be a large room by itself as well. So we're pretty much now just doing normal bits of planning. So this can... I don't know. We have infinite gold again, so it's just a case of digging it out. And so if we can get a library built, we can actually have you doing things, but we don't have the gold right now, so we'll have to wait. Okay, we're now fortified and locked in. So you can start digging this out. Once we have some gold started. Start claiming that, by the way. Yep, once we have some gold, we will begin. As you can see, they got a bit of a head start on us, but as I've said, they now cannot get in at all, anywhere, until I'm ready to attack them. As you can see, they're already making quite a bit of headway on the gold between the two of them. They're allied keepers again this time. And there is a Lord of the Land to worry about. Now, you can hear movement here, can't you? Now, once we fire up an Eye of Evil, I'll show you what the scope of our issue is over there. Right now, though, I believe we have... Oh, we're just short of the gold needed for another imp. Why have I got... Oh, they're digging out the gold there. Ah, okay. That's not so much of an issue. Come on, imp. We need lots of imps. There's no one. I have to partially worry about payday soon, because we have a level 8 dragon and he demands stuffs. You're still fortifying walls. That's commendable, but we don't need it.
Enlarge your hatchery.
Oh dear. The dragon has eaten more than its fair share of things. Okay. Well, this won't be full by the time he gets here, but it'll be a start. This is layer 2. And now we just wait for the imps to dig out all of the gold that's over here.
Your gold reserves are running low.
That's fine. It won't be very soon. But this time we can do a bit of prep work before we build our massive area of doom. So 11 imps. I think the chamber's going to be large enough to attract dragons in the future. Part of this is why you need a dragon, because unless you have one, I don't think you get them. You get trolls, you can get mistresses, you can get warlocks, and I think that might just be it. You can scavenge, well, actually you can't scavenge them because you need the same creature type. You can capture, and once you've captured them you can start attracting them, but until you do that... By the way, much I like the enthusiasm for gems, I need a little more in the way of gold space here. Next up we're going to build a library and a training room, which will have to unfortunately be quite close to the lair. Well, unfortunately, fortunately. We can make some more imps now at the very least. And get this area dug out as well. Stop fortifying walls and start digging out gold. Right. Too small, but it'll give him something to do.
The gold reserves are running low.
So start on the research. Thinking I should probably have this as the lair, actually. Yeah, that works better because then I can just have this as the training room.
It is payday.
Less of an issue with just one dragon. In fact, I can probably dump him off at the gold room and he'll go and collect it. There he goes. He's stinking rich. Go back and research for us. I'll expand the hatchery space. Expand the training room. No, we don't even get any of the so-called lesser creatures, really. So
A new spell has been researched.
But a level 8 dragon.
Reserves are running low.
Right, now that we have the Sight of Evil, I will show you what's over here that we're after. We'll go full Sight of Evil. As you can see, here is a workshop. And behind the workshop is a Horned Reaper, but also a level 10 troll. Let me tell you, he works half-assed. Right. So, we need to get into there. However, there is a little bit of a problem with this. We'll come to that in a moment. Meantime, let's see how this goes.
You have tunneled into a new area. A new room has been researched.
We'll let him go once the boulder trap's decided where it's going. It's gone down here. Now hopefully, with the path we've set, it will just fall into the lava.
An entrance has been claimed.
We hope. Boulder traps meeting lava is death for the boulder, so that should be okay. And nothing's dead, so that was a huge success. Next job, get more imps, I think, actually, looking at our gold supplies and things. And then dig out some more rooms. Right, that will do. 3 more imps gives us 18. We have a warlock.
Researched.
And we're going to have to expand this place. Because it's not big enough. Level 8 dragon supporting or not, it's not big enough. Next job will be to get the dragon to go and help us out by... Actually, I don't know what skills the dragon does have at level 8. We have 2 creatures to their combined 32. Will you? So we'll be investing in more library space soon. And then we're going to have our troll go mad on the production front. So there. Don't need many rooms in this level, but you do need them. Then we will build a proper library here. Right, so that's the backup, that's the main library.
A new room has been researched.
This will be where we put our torture chamber prison complex. Because we need one of them. And then I'm trying to think. I don't think we get orcs. No, in fact we don't get orcs. That's one of the issues with this level. But we might get hellhounds from a scavenger room. We might also... Actually, I can't remember. if there's any water on this level, because this might be the first level where you can summon the tentacles. But I can't remember. Meantime,
Your library is too small.
get researching. Oh, whoops! I pressed that button again. At least I remember. At least I now know what to do in that situation. Right. So let's make a few more imps.
A new spell has been researched.
So we now have Call to Arms. What we're now going to do is we're going to send the level 8 dragon against a door. Eventually, we'll have a level 10 troll. Eventually. Meantime, on that eventually front, let's work on that. That too. I meant that one. Then if we get... Come on. A little more gold, please.
The gold reserves are running low.
Our efforts may be futile, but we're getting results. Although I would prefer if this dragon were a little quicker at knocking down walls. Doors, not walls. I know what I mean sometimes. Right, now if I get that finished, expand it another 3 spaces, because that should then be definitely attracting dragons from this point. Right, that will do. We shouldn't need any more imps now. At least not until we get to imp exchanges. A little later. In the meantime though, research is coming along. Dragon is burning down an iron door. And there are level 3 warlocks over there. And things over there. And we have a hero to worry about somewhere around here. All things seem okay.
A new spell has been researched.
Now conceal monster. Nice trick I picked up. If you're having issues over bridges, which you inevitably are in this game, due to the way the enemies use them and how you have to use them yourself, what you can do is conceal an imp, and then you will just be able to take the bridge without the enemy even knowing. So it's a useful enough spell. I'm just not using it. In fact, most of the useful spells I've not actually been using. Well, as you can see, we are going to be using all of the doors and all of the traps, I believe, in this level. Which will be probably along here. I'm basically going to turn this corridor into a long death trap. As soon as he gets through, which might take some time. What I will be doing is building an auxiliary lair, maybe here, supplemented by an auxiliary hatchery. Of course we don't have biles, otherwise this would be necessary, but I will let them get on with it. Meanwhile, level 2 warlocks. Let's see how they handle this. Well, someone's going to knock this down eventually, and note we're up to 8 warlocks already. start claiming. And then start putting down the hatchery. So that's all that our work manufacturers are going to need over here. Right, let's pick up 2 more warlocks and get those training. We have a troll! He's level 10! He's clearly kick-ass! And just for you, because you are researchers, you'll have to go near the research lair. 41,000 gold are up to now, and hopefully we'll have an imp somewhere who can explain this for us. Research the barracks, which I don't think we'll be using. Now this door. That door we'll be leaving alone. We don't want it. But we're faster. Because I want this room. We need more trolls. Do 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 do. I like this little bit of weird, almost slightly creepy music, really. There's a level 2 researcher, so you can go over there. The dragon can come back and do that. And then we're just going to make the troll get to work. Let's expand this room slightly. In fact, let's expand it 2 levels. Reason for this? Can't think of a good one. Well, there is a good one, really, but we'll wait on that. Can't we dig that out? Possibly because it still can't technically count as a wall. Okay, we've filled up the treasury, have we? That just means we're not spending enough. And we certainly don't have enough things researching. So, troll number 2. Head over there and then help out. And obviously if we've got lots of spare money, more imps. That solved the problem. And this will give us many a good door. Now, as mentioned, we have another helper back behind here. Let's leave him alone for the time being. I think. More trolls. Guess what they're doing. Right, so we now can build a better...
A new room has been researched.
Yep, well done. Let's go and build a bigger library here. Probably not going to be quite this big. There we go. Now we're going to wait until we get the temple because of safety. We don't want him going completely berserk on us. So warlocks are up to level 2, 2, 2. Not sure what the dragon's quite up to. Yeah, he's doing research. He's in the other one though. Let's help him out. There we go. I was sure we'd have enough to attract a dragon. Maybe we just don't. expand that out a bit more. We have 11 warlocks now. Well, might as well keep training them. We have 3 trolls, and I'm quite happy with their progress so far. Right, so now we can door off this backup dungeon. Lock it off and go there in the middle. A reasonably stocked hatchery up here. A training room which can go here. And that will be a temple once we get it. In fact, as long as we... No, actually, no, there is something else that we need.
A new spell has been researched.
I don't think gold's much of an issue, really, but... Alright. That will do, I think. So we now have the capabilities of controlling a Horned Reaper. We think. Well, we're about to find out. Level 10, please knock down that door. Shouldn't really take that long. 13 warlocks are up to now. 13. Right, grab and layer up. If you are unhappy, here is your payment. And now go and do some training.
A new room has been researched.
Okay, this is the important
A
one.
door has
Torture
been
chamber.
manufactured.
Alright, now hopefully I'll be able to attract a few of them. You know what? We did. Excellent. You know what else? We're getting rid of these two. I prefer mistresses to warlocks at this stage. I prefer mistresses to for anything at this stage. So 19 creatures we're currently up to. And now the Reaper. He'll probably be quite happily training until... Oh, look at how much they dug out there. They'll come for us eventually, they really will, because they're just going to run out of money.
Your library is too small.
One of them is. Okay, the other isn't. Okay, so healing's done. We have another door. We're going to keep them up because it just helps. Alright. Grab a load of gold. We'll let the imps continue doing their thing.
A trap has been manufactured.
And we now have poison gas traps. We have level 3 warlocks. We have seemingly nothing but warlocks.
It is payday.
And now it is payday. Thankfully though, this is not a problem for our Horned Reaper. He was just going to get a bumper load of gold. He's also going to get a speed spell. I was worried there, but that's the other side that's being walled off. Right. I suppose we should technically build a prison, because Why not? It's not as if we're short on cash right now. And I guess that's not leaving us too much here. Right, here's the plan. It is a reasonable plan, actually. We're going to keep going until we have evidence of angry creatures there, or we are leveled to the extent that we can probably face them off. So all three mistresses are coming back, they need to train. And I think I'm going to get rid of some of our level 1 warlocks. Especially the ones that are about to haven't received payments yet. Oh, and you. Oh. There we go. You and... what are you? Dang it, I didn't want you to eat that chicken. You two can go as well. You've served purpose, really. Yeah, you be quiet. I just want some more trolls, really, which is why I'm doing that. Trolls and mistresses we'll take at this stage. But I don't think there's much else we need. Let's expand the room again. And build a few more imps. That'll do. Now I've got to make sure my trolls are in the right place, because they're really clearly not. Alright, you rested? Good. Go and manufacture things. I love it, I really do. So not a lot really going to happen for a few moments, apart from periodically speeding this guy up. And generally just waiting for their gold to run out, because it will, the way they're going. Oh, and I hear the sound of things being slapped to make them work harder. Huzzah! So what I shall do, I think, is cut the video off here briefly. Nothing much is going to happen. We're going to get most of our stuff researched, and then we shall continue. So, back in a few moments.